We're just going to dive into it today. Thank you for joining us. And I know it's later in January, but still Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Jade, one of the co-founders of Epoch. I'm joined by Keith. I'll have him intro himself.
Hey everyone, I'm Keith. I'm also one of the co-founders of Epoch.
And we're calling in from San Francisco today. So excited for everyone to join us in our Epoch roadmap conversation. So, three broad things. The first thing is I know AI has been so in the conversation the past like several months, all of last year. Um, there's so much opportunity for it. And at Epoch, we've been listening to a lot of our clients about how they're excited about the potential of how they might level up their systems, their workflows with AI. We heard everyone loud and clear. We dug into it, and that's exactly what we're excited to share with everyone today. Second, what is to come for 2026, especially in the Epoch product perspective? And then we have a few other surprises at the end that you can anticipate to take away from today's conversation. We're going to keep it tight. It's going to stay within 30 minutes. So we're going to go through a lot today. And again, I wanted to formally welcome everyone to our webinar series. The goal of these series is really for you all to take away from hearing from leaders or from our team trends and best practices in the space. We host these quite regularly, almost monthly. So always tune in and we always share takeaways too. Okay. And lastly, before we get into it, this is the mini surprise. We have our conference coming up, which I'm going to share more at the end. We are sharing a free ticket for anyone that stays till the end with a special code. For those who haven't joined us in the past, it's over 2 days in person only, in San Francisco, May 13th and 14th. We cap it at 300 people, so it's not like an overwhelming huge conference of 1,000 people. It's 300 across employee experience, workplace experience, DEI, L&D, just the broad spectrum of the employee life cycle. And we're going to get started then. So, what do we do here at Epoch? Why are you here today? To hear more about our product roadmap. What we do work on is employee experience. So, basically, what we like to say is basically any team within a company whose customer is the employee, they're able to leverage Epoch. So, think of things from your all hands, L&D trainings, ERG programming that just requires a lot of communications, coordination, and reporting after. That's exactly where we come in, getting to work with incredible companies like Salesforce, Danone, Workday. And this is the big thing. You might have seen Keith post a lot about this in recent times of how Epoch now allows a lot of teams to be able to just move away from spreadsheets, manual processes, things that can take up like 30 minutes to an hour to really nail down to in like 2 minutes. As you see what's happening here, you're able to now prompt our platform what we call Agent Epoch, and it'll pull from previous events, policies, programs that you've had in the past within your company, leveraging the tone and approach. As you see, you'll even pull together guest lists, the Slack reminders, the calendar, all of that at one go. So it's super exciting when we think about how time really can be saved while also when we train up new ERG leads, it's super seamless. And up next, I'm going to hand it over to Key to share a bit more about what's ahead and why we've been building this. And then at the end, I'll take it back and share a bit more about how you all can continue learning more about Epoch or connect deeper with our broader community and other leaders in the space. So, Keith, over to you.
So the biggest thing that I've been having conversations with a lot of our organizations and partners and customers is sort of this level of AI adoption and where they're at with the journey. As Jade mentioned, it's been a topic du jour for like the past 2 to 3 years. But what I've been finding a lot is that many of the agents and many of the, I guess, like quote unquote AI adoption within the workplace, employee experience space is really still amongst that level one experience where it's a lot of retrieval information. And it's because a lot of the AI tooling out there right now, the far advancements are within coding, engineering, sales potentially, and also customer experience. And of course, within workplace experience, often with the tooling, it is a little bit more complex and potentially underfunded. within the organization. So we're seeing a lot of our customers being sort of, in this sort of difficult position where they're being told to adopt more AI, but not being well resourced enough. And so they're kind of piecemealing things together and just hoping that it will work as well, just to kind of maybe showcase to leadership that, oh, there's some AI there, but a lot of it is extremely preliminary. There's a lot of issues that go into it because the maintenance of it is also a lot more complex than, a lot of folks would assume. And so, with that, what we aim to do with Epoch is layering on sort of our system of record that we have already worked with a lot of organizations and actually showcase tool execution with an agent. And so, what that means is this agent can actually act for you and actually do work on your behalf. So, things like being connected to your tooling that you're in every day, like Google Calendar, Slack, email communications, because we have such deep integrations in our foundation, our agent can actually execute these items for you. So it will be able to send out calendar invitations, keep track of them, and almost essentially act as an assistant to you to let you know how things are going and have you essentially just approve certain action items. And again, it will go ahead and execute on your behalf. And that is where we're at right now. And hopefully, what we're trying to build even more is getting to that intelligent state. And that's our future state for later this year, where we're able to then interoperate with other agents within organizations. But that is highly dependent on where the organization is in terms of their agent tooling. Because with all this discussion, while once we're in it, we are still finding that there's a lot of technical hurdles that organizations still have to do to really, I guess, sort of meet sort of the expectations that are overly excited about, of which we are for the technology, but to meet it, it will take a little bit more time. But with Epoch, with our plug and play and deep integrations that we've have been foundationally set, we have been really excited to see many of the organizations adopting it immediately experience value and time savings. And also, essentially, some of our partners have fully offboarded some of their tasks to our agent, which is exciting for us to see as well. And so, with that, I really wanted to quickly kind of showcase how this agent looks in action and how it can really execute on your behalf. So let me just quickly share my screen here. So onboarding has been actually one of the bigger use cases that we've been seeing. Our agent can work across many different sort of internal company programs like ERG programming, all hands, town halls. It can set that all up for you. Those are pretty run of the mill, pretty simple. And our agent has been like, those are the main ones that have been totally offboarded to our agent to do. So now our champions or customers can now focus on more of the strategic sides of their position. But onboarding has also been a very interesting use case that I want to showcase because that has been a growing trend of uses as companies begin to hire a lot more in the beginning of the year. So with our agent Epoch here, you can easily let it know that you want to have 15 new hires starting in a few months, say July 27th, and I want it to spin up our standard onboarding track. Now, what's really great about Agent Epoch is that it will recognize all of your previous onboarding experiences and make sure that it follows all of those brand guidelines, cultures, and the experience to make sure that your new hires have a great first impression and that they're not just coming in not knowing what to do. And so not only will it take from your internal onboarding, it will also showcase best practices. And so as you can see here, it will draft up everything for me. I don't have to input anything, duplicate any calendar invitations, rewrite any emails or things like that. It will do it for my behalf. It'll create Slack and email reminders, all the communications needed to ensure that me as a first-time employee joining your organization, I'll know exactly what to expect and I'm not lost. Because I think that is the biggest problem with onboarding that is done manually, is that things fall through the crack, and oftentimes the employee onboarding experience is a little bit haphazard and things get lost in the shuffle. And I'm just here wondering what's happening, maybe like at 4 p.m. Am I just sitting here waiting for the next day, which is not great. So you can see here, these are all of the action it took for me. It will have created all of my sessions, and each of these sessions will have a calendar invitation recorded and communications related to it, so I know exactly what I need to do. So I have my whole day set up, and I don't have any dead time within that first day. So I can create that for all my events here, and here we go. This is just day one. And this is all of the calendar invites it will create for you. But not only that, it will essentially set up the whole week for me. It will be able to do from the other areas as well. And as you can see here, you can look through my sessions. It will have all the descriptions all written up for me, finding the best time. You can also then go through all your registration, and you can invite your new hires directly, and it'll create all your Google calendars and invitation. It'll be sent out. And what's even great here is that, as you all know, it's a universal problem for day one. Sometimes there's a mismatch between the day one timing of when I receive my laptop and also my work email access to get all of the subsequent, invitations. Our agent also recognizes that and will send the day one calendar invitations directly to the personal email so they get started and then access their laptops. So you see here, everything is written down, all my emails in terms of the sessions and the reminders and the communications. It'll also create my feedback form here so that after each of your onboarding experience, we can see how things are going. And you can see here, you can also even add them all to a Slack channel for the new hire cohort. And from there, once my event is published, you will see here that I'll be invited directly on Slack with our deep integration. You can register, go into them, and because of that, our agent will be able to access and execute these onboarding sessions for you. If you're interested in how we can support and have more questions on it, please let us know, and we're happy to walk you through it. And it also works on team. We are a G Suite shop here, and so I've been focused on the Google Calendar, but we also work on Outlook and Microsoft Teams as well. And so with that, just really quickly, wanted to also showcase what we're cooking up here in 2026. As you can probably guess, a lot of it is going to be focused on our agent. But in terms of additional features that I want to highlight is that for our existing partners, we are also simplifying our event creation experience. So it'll be more modular and even more intuitive. We are also adding some +1 guest capabilities for a lot of our organizations, Bring Your Kids to Work Day, where we have to count the guest information and keep track of them. We're also building out a robust budgeting system to really help you all showcase the ROI of your internal programming for budgeting season, so it's all seamless. And one more I want to highlight is that we are also going to be starting to open up Epoch a little bit for your external guests and your events. And so one big thing that we've been supporting a lot of our organizations with are things like sales kickoffs, marketing campaigns, where it's not just for our internal organizations, but we also want to invite maybe our own customers or speakers, and we want to have the experience to be consistent on both ends. And so we're excited to also be supporting that this year. And of course, finally, later on this year, we'll also be supporting some non-event communication and surveys and recurring events, which are some highly requested features that we want to help support as well. All right, with that, I will pass it back to Jade, but that's just a sneak peek of 2026, and we're super excited to showcase everything that we're going to be building this year.
Thank you, Keith. And yes, lots of exciting things ahead. If anyone here is interested in learning a bit more about any of these features or pieces that we're working on, you can always reach out. There's a lot happening, I think, with AI, especially when we think about employee experience and how we might leverage agents. So we are ahead of it and excited to hear how everyone thinks about it. And I know we have around 10 more minutes left. I did want to wrap us up to let everyone know here on opportunities to meet us in person and meet with other leaders as well. We are, at least for the first part of the year, going to a few cities across Phoenix, LA, San Diego, Denver, and then we have our large conference anchoring everything. We will be adding a few more cities probably in the coming month. I see some folks here calling in from Atlanta. That is one of our target cities to add on as well. So let us know if you do have any special requests that you think we should be hosting something and meeting you or your team there as well. And then we have a few questions coming in, so I'll have Keith answer them at the end as well. Thank you, folks, for putting that in. And then lastly, we are inviting anyone joining us today to find us in San Francisco for our conference. We are offering folks here a complimentary ticket. So if you want to scan this code or if it's not working for you, feel free to, again, just email me and we'll get you all sorted out. And for those who aren't familiar with our conference, we've been hosting it for the past 4 years now. It's an incredible group of folks joining who really are pushing forward this space. And again, with AI being so top of mind, there's a lot happening. This year will be incredibly special to push us forward together and have those conversations. Here's a sneak peek of how it looked last year and what you can expect in the coming year as well. So again, we'd love to have you join us. And that really wraps us up. Anyone that's interested in learning more about Epoch, again, feel free to reach out. But Keith, we did have a question on external guests. Maybe we can answer that and then we'll wrap up the call.
Yeah, let me take a look. Oh, hey Yasmin, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining. In terms of the external guest event, that's a great question. Yes, most likely it would be two sign-up links, one internal, one external to ensure security. And in the guest list dashboard, yes, that is also what we're thinking, where you'll be able to see who's internal and who's external, and you'll have that differentiation to keep track of the attendance properly. And yes, you can talk more about it too as we refine up. Thank you, Yasmin.
Amazing. Thank you, everyone, and hope you all have a great rest of your day too.
Thank you all. Thank you for joining. Super
Thank
excited
you
about
all.
2026. Bye, everyone.
Bye all.